Water in the desert. Once, in a faraway village, lived two skilled craftsmen, James and Alex. They were very good friends and loved carving antiques out of mud. They made toys, pots, pans, cutlery, and much more. However, as it was a small village, James and Alex earned very little for their work. People didn't have enough to pay, but James and Alex never complained. Well, at least not out loud.
James, learn to focus on one thing at a time. You have to know your strengths. Once you understand how long you would take to finish one piece, you can give the approximate delivery date to the next customer.
No, I am fine. I can do this. We need to carve out more pieces to earn more. Once I finish yesterday's pending work, I will start with the new orders that came in today.
I understand your concern, my friend, but how will that ever happen if you don't deliver your work on time? You are stressing me out.
I will be fine, Alex. Don't worry.
Alex was a determined and focused craftsman. Each time he picked up a piece to make, he would finish it on time for delivery. He made sure that he did one job at a time. This would help him to concentrate on his task at hand and finish the work in time. But James was not focused at all. He would never say no to anyone and constantly be buried in work. He would take up many things at once and never deliver them on time. Once, a few tourists came to their village.
Oh, wow! This elephant looks exceptional! How much is this for?
That would be 2 coins of silver.
What? That's it? Don't you think that's far too less to charge for this piece?
That's what we charge everyone here. The villagers here cannot pay much, and I can't charge you more than what I charge them.
I like your honesty, but you are not earning enough for your skill here. There's a big city on the other side of this desert. Why don't you take all your antiques there to sell? People there would definitely want to pay you more for your skill. You will earn a lot more.
Oh, will they? I will surely think about it. Thank you.
The girl paid 2 silver coins and bought the elephant. That night,
James, you look tired.
I haven't slept for 2 nights. I finished all my work. I feel great now.
That's great. Listen, you think we should take all our antiques to the big city? We aren't earning enough here, and the workload isn't too much.
I agree about the workload. Maybe you are right, but this is a big desert. How will we cross it?
I have seen caravans crossing the desert every few days. There are many camels and carts. In fact, a caravan is leaving tomorrow itself. We can cross the desert with them.
That's true. I hear there are a lot of wealthy people on the other side of the desert. Maybe I will find a beautiful bride and have my happily ever after there. Who knows?
That's true. You rest now and rest well. You need to make up for your lost sleep. We will leave tomorrow morning with the caravan.
that night, James and Alex slept peacefully. The next morning, they filled their cart with their antiques, food, and lots of water. This was going to be a long journey, and they had to be prepared. The journey began on a good note. James and Alex were hopeful and excited for their future in the big city. They talked about how they would earn more money and learn new skills and prepare more models and antiques. The caravan would halt for lunch in the afternoon and then for dinner at night. The journey went on for a few days, but the scorching heat was getting unbearable.
What is happening?
Has it always been this hot?
I don't think so. I need water.
We brought lots of water, but it's getting over now.
This heat is making it very difficult to travel, James.
True. And we are running out of water.
You see, the pots that travelers carried were made of mud. With the temperature suddenly rising, the water in the pots was being absorbed quickly.
How will we survive if all the water is gone? It will still take 2 days to reach the city.
I have an idea. Why don't we start digging to find water?
Oh, yes. I am sure if we dig deep enough, we will find water somewhere.
That's right. Let's choose one spot and start digging then. People guided their camels and stopped at the spot.
Are you sure we will find water here?
We will only know once we start digging and dig deep enough.
The travelers began to dig a hole in the ground. Time passed, but there was no sign of water.
I told you, this is useless. To find water in a desert is next to impossible.
It's difficult, James, not impossible. We just need to keep going.
Slowly, one by one, the travelers began to quit digging. They all were very tired. They went back to their carts and rested for a while.
I will help you out in a while, okay? Let me just rest for some time.
Oh, James, I am so tired. Maybe we should stop for a bit.
You go on and rest for a while. I will dig for a little while.
Alex went back to his cart and lay down to rest. Instantly, due to the scorching heat and the physical strain, he fell asleep. After some time, a traveler came to James.
Hey, you seem tough. You have been going at it non-stop. But to tell you the truth, I think we are wasting our time here.
What do you mean?
I don't think there is any water here. I know a spot where we will surely find water.
Really? Where?
The traveler showed a spot for James to dig and left to rest in the cart. James dug a few feet deeper, but didn't find water. After a while, another traveler came up to him.
Hey, who asked you to dig here? Are you stupid? Right over there is a place where we will easily find an entire fountain.
Is that a fact? Where is that place?
Just like that, James picked up his spade and left to dig another hole a few feet away. Again, he dug a few feet deep before yet another traveler told him about a different spot, which definitely has water under. This went on for hours. The ground was full of holes, and none of them were dug deep enough to get water out. When Alex woke up, he was shocked.
James, what are you doing?
Trying to find water. These travelers went on giving me tips about where I could find water. I dug so many holes in the ground, but there is not a single drop of water.
This is what I was worried about. Do you realize how much time and effort you've wasted? Go and count all the dug up holes and how deep they are. You could have easily found water had you put all your effort in one place. You cannot listen to everyone and lose your concentration.
You're right. I lost focus. I should have kept digging at one spot.
Alex called everyone and asked them to dig at the same spot they had all begun. They dug for a while and, finally, they found water.
Yay! Oh, thank goodness!
All right.
Everybody drank the water and filled their empty pots. The caravan reached the big city in 2 days. As expected, James and Alex made good money in exchange for their skill. They were praised and their effort was appreciated. They soon became rich and hired other craftsmen to make antiques. Their antiques were now being sold in both local and international markets. James had learned a very important lesson.
All this could happen because I didn't lose focus and worked on one thing at a time.